Hello, my dear students, and welcome to English for Palestine, grade 7. Our lesson today is about using just, already, and yet with the present perfect. So, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to use just, already, yet, and yet with the present perfect correctly. Before we start with using just, yet, and already, let's just make a quick revision of the present perfect that we explained in a previous lesson. Here we have the present perfect, the form of present perfect, as you know, with he, she, it, and singular noun. I mean, if the subject is the pronoun he or the pronoun she or it or a singular noun, we use has plus the past participle of the verb. And if the subject is we, they, you, or plural noun, we use have plus the past participle of the verb. Okay? Good. Now, when do we use present perfect? We use present perfect to talk about things that have happened recently. Recently means before now. It is used with just, already, and yet. So let's have them just, already, and yet one at a time. Let's start with just. Look at these two examples. We have just finished our homework. We have just finished our homework. If you notice here, look at just. Just here comes between the two parts of the verb or in the middle of the verb, between have and the past participle. If you look at the sentence, you find that this sentence is affirmative. It is an affirmative sentence. Just comes between or in the middle of the verb in an affirmative sentence. Okay? Look at the second example. He has just arrived home. Again, the sentence here is affirmative, and just comes in the middle of the verb, between has and the past participle of the verb. So, just is used in affirmative sentences. It comes between have or has and the past participle, or in the middle of the verb. What does it mean, just? Just here means before a short time now. Before a short time now. Okay, now I want you to think of a sentence from your own using just. Let's now move to the second one, already. Look at these two examples. He has already scored 3 goals. I have already cleaned the room. Again, if you look at the place of already, it is similar to just. It comes between the two parts of the verb or in the middle of the verb. He has already scored in the middle of the verb has scored. And the sentence is affirmative. The second one, I have already cleaned the room. Again, already comes in the middle of the verb, and the sentence is affirmative. Okay, so let's see. Already is used in affirmative sentences. It comes between have or has and the past participle or in the middle of the verb, and already means before now. Now I want you to think of examples using already. Okay, let's now move to the third one, yet. Look at these two examples here. Have you finished your work yet? Have you finished your work yet? No, I haven't finished it yet. If you look at the sentence here, what kind of sentence is it? Yes, it is a question. Great. And what about this one? No, I haven't finished it yet. It is negative. Thank you. So here, if you notice that this sentence is a question, but this one is negative. Look at yet. Where does it come? Yes, it comes at the end of the question and at the end of the sentence or the negative sentence. Great. Let's see. Yes. So, yet is used in negative sentences and questions. It comes at the end of the sentence or the question. Yet means not happened, but will in the future. The action didn't happen, but it will in the future. Okay? Now, let's summarize what we have discussed recently, or what we have just explained. All right, let's look at this table. Here we have just, already, and yet. What kind or what types of sentences do we use just in? We use just in affirmative sentences. We use already in affirmative sentences. We use yet in negative and questions. Now, what does just, already, and yet mean? Just means before a short time, before a short time. And already means before now. Whereas yet means that the action didn't happen, but it will in the future. What about the place of each of just, yet, already, and yet? Again, as we noticed in the sentences, just comes in the middle of the verb, already comes in the middle of the verb, yet comes at the end of the sentence or the question. Okay? Now, I want you, please, to open your books, page 52. And we have here 4 exercises. Please, I want you to do all these exercises. Look at the first one. The first one is very simple. Just underline the words just, yet, or already. And look at the place, the position of each of them. In the second activity, just circle the correct words here. In the third one, match the pictures here, A, B, and C, with sentences number 1, 2, and 3. And finally, reorder or put these words in the correct order, but be careful to put just, already, and yet in their correct position or correct place in a sentence. Okay? Thank you for watching, and I hope you can confidently use just, yet, and already correctly in your English. Thank you very much, and goodbye.